2024, even with all the chaos that's happening around the world, especially with the WWE and everything else, one thing that we can take out of it is that gaming has been at its peak, and it's only been a month. Honestly, I've spent this entire month just addicted to the new games that came out, to the point where I find myself playing these games for longer than 8 hours with my wife, and I'm just like, man, where did the time go? And it's been such a long time since I've had a gaming experience where I'm just truly invested in the game for so long that I literally lose track of the day and time that I'm in. And it's just, that's a good sign, because that means I'm starting to get a lot of like nostalgia and a lot of like enjoyment from these titles that have came out. And it's only going to keep getting better because more and more games that I'm in love with are starting to come out. We kicked it off with Palworld to start it off with. This game honestly is the most addicting game I've played in a long time, to the point where I find myself just like, man, a whole week has went by and I'm still playing the game, and I'm still finding stuff, and I'm still discovering stuff, and I just can't get enough of the game. My wife sits there, like, we go to bed talking about Palworld, we wake up talking about Palworld. I open YouTube, Palworld's being talked about, and it's just like we can't get away from it. The game is just ultimately just a good time.
Oh, that's fine, but there's also a dungeon over here. The sealed realm of the Swift.
We bought our own private server, so we don't have to sit there and worry about these queues or worry about people doing stuff that we don't approve of. And ultimately, me and the 2G1A crew have been in the calls maxed out with nobody talking, because everybody's super locked in, everybody's super engaged. We all have our own castles and factions, and we do trade deals with each other. We have our own ecosystem inside the Palworld, where one of us is making this, and one of us is over here, and one of us is in the mountains, and one of us is in the volcano, and we all negotiate, and we all give each other supplies and trade off, and it's just so fun. It's so addicting, and I give Palworld its credit, even though it's going through all this controversy with Pokemon and such. I'll give credit where credit is due for this game. This game is good. It's amazing. Of course, the game has its flaws. There's many bugs and glitches, and sometimes the game can be frustrating. You know, sometimes pals break out of the pal ball like 8 or 9 times, or sometimes the game lags and you end up killing the pal by accident or whatever. But ultimately, my crew and I have enjoyed this game to the fullest, to the point where this game is going to basically hold us over until Grand Blue Relink comes out, which is coming out pretty soon. But another game that just dropped, which dropped yesterday, was Tekken. Tekken 8 is a masterpiece. I have enjoyed Tekken, and even though Tekken is one of the games, the fighting games, that I can never get down pat. I have played every type of fighting game, and Tekken has always been the most difficult for me because I could never learn movement. To some people it may be an easy game, but to me it's very difficult. That's why I stuck with Street Fighter, I stuck with Dead or Alive and stuff like that, because those were more, there was something in the game that I could adapt to, that I could, you know, try to survive a little bit with. With Tekken, I was able to pick up 1 or 2 characters, but every time, like, the game would just, it's a lot. Learning movement, learning everything, it's a lot. But what I will say about Tekken 8, this game makes you feel like every fight is a move. Even when it's like matches I'm getting whooped in and my homies are just basically winning every fight, it doesn't matter because I'm having a blast. I'm doing combos that I never thought I could do. There's close moments that, you know, you can't script these type of moments. You got to just sit there and let the natural gameplay happen. And Tekken is beautiful to look at. It's beautiful to play. The game does not feel stiff. That was one of the reasons why I didn't like Tekken as a series for me personally, because I always like games that were like smoother. Like, I played Dead or Alive a lot. Dead or Alive, one thing, people may not like the game, but one thing they got to give the game credit to is Dead or Alive is one of the most mechanically smooth games. The game just feels fluid no matter what you're doing. And this Tekken, it feels exactly like that. It feels smooth, it feels fast paced, it feels flashy. Me and my friends are sitting there giggling like little school kids, having a great time because the game is just heat. There's moments in the game I'm like, dude, I can't believe me and such were fighting and this happened. Like, this couldn't have happened, but it did.
I'm gonna try to Leo cancels, but I'm not confident enough. Not confident enough yet to do it in game. I'll try it. Drop my combo because of it. So what? So be it.
So Tekken is just out the gate a great addition to the fighting games that I already have, alongside Grand Blue Fantasy, alongside Street Fighter 6, and any more fighting games that are coming out, who knows. I didn't really get Mortal Kombat, but it's cool. But Palworld, Tekken, out the gate, solid. I give them all the praises that they can be due, and they're holding it down 100%. Now I'm just waiting for the most anticipated game for me personally, Grand Blue Relink, to come out, because that game is going to be the complete trifecta of games I have. I have my crafting game for Palworld, my fighting games, I have a multiple, and then Grand Blue Relink, which is the most beautiful game of the three, because man, that game is just, it's exciting, man. I get chills just playing that game on the demo. I can't wait, because I grew up playing these heavy hack and slash games. I grew up playing the Dynasty Warriors. I grew up playing the Tales of Symphonias and stuff like that. So this game is going to be the game that I can just sink my teeth in, and just me and my friends just grind out and just play and just let those days go by, alongside Palworld, which already took we probably all have like 40 hours played of that game, and the game just came out. Tekken, we're all just getting into it, but everybody's already in lobbies having a great time. So this year, if people are not gamers, if you're not into gaming, this is the time where you could kind of jump in, because these three games alone, not to mention all the other games that came out like Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man, War Tales, all these other good heat games that came out, but these three set the standard for the year. And honestly, every game that comes out after this has to either be at this level of excitement and interest, or heat, or visual appearance, or something, man, because now I'm just gonna have to keep raising the bar and bar as these good games keep coming out. All right, guys.